Good afternoon, students. Today is lecture number 3 on the topic of accuracy and precision. We have already discussed about accuracy and precision in the lecture number 2. We have tried to understand the basic difference between accuracy and precision, and we have also tried to solve a couple of numericals on how to calculate the least count of measuring instruments. Now, in continuation of that lecture, today we will be discussing in brief about the Vernier Caliper and the screw gauge instruments. What Vernier Caliper is and how it functions, what are its major components or what are its main components, and how we calculate the length or the diameter, or you will say the linear dimensions or the diameter of any object with the help of a vernier caliper and screw gauge. So in short, in brief, vernier caliper consists of main scale, vernier scale, lower jaws and upper jaw. There are other parts also, but basically I am just focusing on these 4 because with the help of these 4 parts of the vernier caliper, you will be able to understand the functioning of this instrument. Now, in the vernier caliper, the vernier scale slides on the main scale. It slides parallelly to the main scale, and it gives you the reading in fractions of a division on the main scale. The lower jaws, they are meant to find the linear dimensions of any object and the outside diameter of any object. The upper jaws, they are meant to find the inner diameter of hollow objects like the hollow rings. It can be a hollow pipe also. So these are the 4 components which I think you should know the basic definition of these 4 parts which are used in the vernier caliper. Now, as I have already explained in the previous lectures, the least count of a vernier caliper is equal to the value of 1 main scale division divided by the total number of vernier scale divisions. This is the least count of a vernier caliper. This is one of the formula. The other formula is also that is 1 main scale reading minus 1 vernier scale reading. This is another formula. This is also a very important formula. And the length or the diameter can be calculated by the formula of main scale reading plus vernier scale reading into the least count of that instrument. Now, vernier scale reading is what? It is that reading which is coinciding with any one of the main scale division. Okay, the vernier scale reading is that reading which is coinciding with the main scale division. So these are the 3 important formulas which will be used while calculating the length, diameter and the least count of that particular instrument. And now we will move on to the screw gauge. Here I am not discussing in detail about the vernier caliper as an instrument as such. I am just trying to discuss only those parts which are required to understand the basic functioning of that particular instrument. So now I'm just trying to will just to take up the another um, this topic of the screw gauge. Now the screw gauge has got a pitch scale. It has got one circular scale. It has got one spindle. It has got one anvil, and there is one important that is called the ratchet. These are the 5 important parts which you should understand. And so now let me tell you how the screw gauge works. Any object of whose we want to find the diameter or the linear dimension is placed between the spindle and the anvil, and then we move the ratchet. When we move the ratchet, the spindle moves in the forward direction, and at one point of time it will touch the outer surface of that object. When it touches the outer surface of that object, the ratchet will become free, and now it is the time for us to measure the outside diameter or the linear dimension of that particular object. Now, what is the least count in the case of a screw gauge? It is the value of pitch divided by the total number of divisions on the circular scale. Number of divisions on circular scale. This is the formula of calculating the least count of a screw gauge. And if you want to calculate the length or the diameter of any object, then the value will be equal to the pitch scale reading. Plus the circular scale reading into the least count of that instrument. Now the circular scale reading is that reading which is coinciding with any one of the pitch scale reading. So this is the formula for calculating the length and diameter, and one important thing is pitch also. The pitch of the screw gauge is defined as the distance travelled by this spindle in one revolution. So mathematically we can write as distance travelled by the spindle divided by total number of revolutions. Total number of revolutions. Or in other words, pitch is the distance travelled by the spindle in one revolution. So these are the 3 important formulas which are primarily used in solving those problems in which we have to find the length or the diameter of an object, or we have to find the pitch of that particular instrument. So these are the 3 important formulas which you have to remember, and these are the 5 major parts of a screw gauge. There are other parts also, but I have not, and because I am discussing it in very it's a brief session, so I am just discussing about the major parts, and I hope that you must have understood. Now we will be able to understand the working of this screw gauge and the vernier scale with the help of a couple of questions which I have right now with me. So let's start directly with those questions, and that will help you to understand the working of the screw gauge and the Vernier caliper. Now before I think there's one more point before doing those numerical problems. There is one more topic that is called of zero error. Now zero error दिस एरर इज मीन्स व्हाट इज द जीरो एरर? ये जीरो एरर है क्या? जब भी हम जस्ट टेकिंग द केस ऑफ वर्नियर कैलिपर। वर्नियर कैलिपर में जब हम वर्नियर कैलिपर में आपको जैसे बताया कि दे हैव गॉट अपर जॉज एंड लोअर जॉज आल्सो। नाउ फॉर एग्जांपल इफ आई एम जस्ट ब्रिंगिंग बोथ द जॉज टुगेदर, और जब ये दोनों आपस में टच हो जाते हैं, उस केस में मेन स्केल रीडिंग और वर्नियर स्केल रीडिंग दैट द जीरो ऑफ द मेन स्केल एंड द जीरो ऑफ द वर्नियर स्केल जो है दे शुड बी इन वन लाइन, बिल्कुल वन लाइन में होना चाहिए, ठीक है। बट बिकॉज ऑफ द प्रोलॉन्ग्ड यूज़ ऑफ दोज इंस्ट्रूमेंट, आप बहुत ये इंस्ट्रूमेंट को बहुत दिन से आपने यूज़ कर रहे हैं, उसका कैलिब्रेशन नहीं हुआ है, तो क्या होता है कि ये दोनों जीरोस कोइंसाइड नहीं करते हैं जब आप दोनों जॉज को आपस में टच करते हैं। तो इन दैट केस व्हाट हैपेंस, जो वर्नियर स्केल का जो जीरो है वो मेन स्केल के जीरो से आगे होगा, या वर्नियर स्केल का जो जीरो है वो मेन स्केल के जीरो से पीछे होगा। मीन आइदर इट विल बी ऑन द राइट साइड और इट विल बी ऑन द लेफ्ट साइड। So when it is on the right side, it is called a positive zero error, and when it is on the left side, it is called a negative zero error. When it is on the right hand side, when this zero on the vertical scale is on the right side of the zero on the main scale, then the negative zero correction is applied. And when the zero on the vernier scale is on the left hand side of the zero on the main scale, then the positive zero correction is applied. So we will be doing maybe a couple of questions on this topic also, but that will be in the next lecture. So now we will start with a couple of questions in which we will try to solve, or we will try to find the length and the diameter of an object with the help of vernier caliper. So I have got two good questions, and these questions will also help you to understand how the vernier caliper works. The first question here is, in a vernier caliper there are 10 divisions on the vernier scale. I will be writing the question in a very short manner in order to save the space and the time also. So, in a vernier caliper there are 10 divisions on the vernier scale. In a vernier caliper there are 10 divisions on the vernier scale. I am just writing VS for the vernier scale, and for the main scale I will be writing MS. And 1 centimeter on main scale is divided in 10 parts, and 1 centimeter on main scale MS is divided in 10 parts, 10 equal parts. While measuring a length, the zero of the vernier scale, while measuring a length, the zero of the main scale the zero of the vernier scale lies ahead of main scale by 1.8 centimeter. The zero of the vernier scale lies ahead of the main scale. The zero of the vernier scale lies ahead of lies ahead of 1.8 centimeter mark on the main scale. Fourth division of vernier scale coincide with the fourth division on the vernier scale. coincides with a main scale, with a main scale division. मतलब फोर्थ डिवीजन जो है वो ऑन द वर्नियर स्केल इट इज कोइंसाइडिंग विद सम मेन स्केल डिवीजन, कोई एक मेन स्केल डिवीजन से वो कोइंसाइड कर रहा है. सो we have to find the answer in they have got given us 4 options. The length of the object is, they're going to, first one is answer is 1.804 centimeter, B is 1.84 centimeter, C is 1.800 centimeter, and the fourth one C D is written none of the above. So this is the question. In a vernier caliper there are 10 divisions on the vernier scale. 1 centimeter main scale is divided in 10 parts. So 1 centimeter main scale is divided in 10 parts. It means one main scale division is equal to 0.1 centimeter. 10 divisions is equal to 1 centimeter. So one division is equal to 0.1 centimeter. This is very clear. In the in a vernier caliper there are 10 divisions in the vernier scale. Vernier scale के ऊपर 10 divisions. Now while measuring the zero of the vernier scale lies ahead of 1.8 centimeter mark on the main scale. मतलब जो main scale reading है का जो mark है that is 1.8 centimeter, उससे vernier जो scale की जो that the zero of the vernier scale जो है it is ahead of the main ahead of the 1.8 centimeter mark on the main scale. इसका मतलब ये हुआ कि main scale रीडिंग जो है इस केस में आपका 1.8 सेंटीमीटर हो गया, बिकॉज वर्नियर स्केल का जीरो जो है वो जो मेन स्केल पे जो मार्क है दैट इज 1.8 सेंटीमीटर का जो मार्क है उससे आगे है. ठीक है, कितना आगे है? 1.8 सेंटीमीटर. सो मेरा मेन स्केल रीडिंग तो कंफर्म हो गया कि इट इज़ 1.8. मेन स्केल डिवीजन की वैल्यू भी आ गई. अब हमें निकालना क्या है? एक तो लीस्ट काउंट निकालना है. नाउ लीस्ट काउंट का फॉर्मूला क्या होता है? दैट इज इक्वल टू 1 MSD डिवाइडेड बाय द टोटल नंबर ऑफ डिवीजन इन द वर्नियर स्केल. वो कितना है? 10 है. सो हम लिखेंगे यहाँ पर 0.1 मेन स्केल डिवीजन टोटल नंबर ऑफ डिवीजन इज इक्वल टू 10, तो विच इज इक्वल टू 0.01. ये हमारा लीस्ट काउंट भी आ गया. अब इसमें एक चीज़ और आ गई है कि फोर्थ डिवीजन ऑन द वर्नियर स्केल इज कोइंसाइडिंग विद द मेन स्केल डिवीजन. ये भी हमको दे दिया गया है. सो लेंथ हमारी क्या होगी? लेंथ का फॉर्मूला क्या है? मेन स्केल रीडिंग प्लस वर्नियर स्केल रीडिंग इनटू द लीस्ट काउंट. नाउ मेन स्केल रीडिंग हमारे पास में है, वर्नियर स्केल रीडिंग इनटू दिस वर्नियर स्केल रीडिंग का मतलब ये है कि इट इज दैट वर्नियर स्केल रीडिंग और यू कैन से इट इज that reading which is coinciding with the main scale division. Okay, so here if in the question it is written that the fourth division on the vernier scale is coinciding with the main scale. So the vernier scale reading will be equal to 4. Now here we will write as 1.8 plus it will be 4 into the least count is equal to 0.01. ठीक है. ओके, मेन स्केल रीडिंग, वर्नियर स्केल रीडिंग. वर्नियर स्केल रीडिंग क्या होगी? वो रीडिंग जो कि आपकी मेन स्केल डिवीजन के साथ में किसी भी मेन स्केल डिवीजन के साथ में कोइंसाइड करेगी. तो वो है आपकी फोर्थ डिवीजन जो है वो कोइंसाइड कर रहा है किसी मेन स्केल डिवीजन के साथ में, तो वो आ गया 4 इंटू 0.01. सो दिस इज इक्वल टू 1.8 प्लस 0.04. सो द आंसर विल बी इक्वल टू 1.8. So here the alternative is B. So the correct alternative is equal to 1.84 centimeter. Okay, I think this is very clear. This is a very easy question also. So right now I am just taking very easy questions in so that you can understand the basic concepts of how to calculate the basic dimensions like the length, diameter or the least count of any instrument. Later on, as we progress further, then we will be taking up some difficult questions also. And but as of now, I am just taking very easy questions, and these questions can also be asked in your board examination. So simultaneously, apart from preparing for the NEET examination, you will be also getting well prepared for a board examination. Now the second question is, remember in this question we have assumed here that there is no zero error. अगर ज़ीरो एरर होता तो उसमें आपको करेक्शन अप्लाई करना पड़ता. ज़ीरो जो करेक्शन है वो आपको उसमें अप्लाई करना. बट यहाँ पर क्वेश्चन में ये हमने अज्यूम किया, वो लिखा नहीं है इसमें क्वेश्चन में, बट वी आर अज्यूमिंग दैट देयर इज नो ज़ीरो एरर. नाउ वी विल डू अनदर वन क्वेश्चन, another question on where we will be finding the diameter of a cylinder. Now the diameter of a cylinder is measured using a Vernier caliper with no zero error. The diameter of a cylinder is measured using a Vernier caliper, which I am reading as VC. It is found that zero of the Vernier scale, zero of Vernier scale is between 5.10 and 5.15 centimeter on the main scale. The Vernier scale has 50 divisions. Vernier scale has 50 divisions equal to 2.45 centimeter. The 24th division of the Vernier scale, 24th division on the Vernier scale coincides with one of the main scale. Coincides with one of the main scale. ये दिया हुआ है. Coincides का मतलब है equal. 24 divisions on the Vernier scale is equal to, but it is coinciding means it is it's not equal. I'm not saying equal. It is 24 division on the Vernier scale is coinciding. It is that with one of the main scale with one of the main scale division. With one of the main scale division. So that is कोई भी main scale division है ये और ये. This is the 20. ये आपका Vernier scale division है, तो Vernier scale division ये दोनों आपस में they are in the straight line. So find the diameter of the cylinder is dia of cylinder is equal to is option दिए हुए हैं इसमें 5.11 to 5.12 centimeter. Second is 5.124 centimeter. Third is 5.136 and the fourth one is 5.148. ये चार ऑप्शन दिए हैं, इसमें से कोई एक ऑप्शन हमको हमारा सही होगा. सो हमें डायमीटर निकालना है. वर्नियर कैलिपर है तो वर्नियर कैलिपर तो हमें अगर डायमीटर निकाला तो डायमीटर विल बी इक्वल टू मेन स्केल रीडिंग प्लस द वर्नियर स्केल रीडिंग इनटू द लीस्ट काउंट. वर्नियर स्केल रीडिंग मीन्स दैट रीडिंग विच इज कोइंसाइडिंग विद वन ऑफ द मेन स्केल डिविजन. सो मेन स्केल रीडिंग है हमारा. अच्छा, यहाँ आप देखेंगे कि जीरो ऑफ द वर्नियर स्केल इज बिटवीन 5.10 and 5.15 सेंटीमीटर ऑन द मेन स्केल. मतलब मेन स्केल के ऊपर जो ग्रेजुएशन हैं वो एक तो हो गई 5.15 है, दूसरी 5.10 एंड 5.15 है. सो वैल्यू ऑफ वन मेन स्केल डिवीजन क्या हो, एक डिवीजन की वैल्यू कितनी हो गई, 5.15 माइनस 5.10 विच इज इक्वल टू 0.05 सेंटीमीटर. पहली चीज़ तो आ गई, नॉन मेन स्केल डिवीजन की वैल्यू आ गई. अब आते हैं वर्नियर स्केल है 50 डिवीजन इक्वल टू 2.45. सो 50 डिविजन्स ऑन वर्नियर स्केल इज इक्वल टू 2.45 सेंटीमीटर. ठीक है. So it means that one vernier scale division will be equal to how much? 2.45 divided by 50 centimeter. इसको हम लिख सकते हैं how much? That is equal to 4.9 divided by 100. That is equal to 4.9 divided by 100, which is equal to 0.04 centimeter. तो वर्नियर स्केल डिवीजन की वैल्यू हमारे पास में आ गई, दैट इज इक्वल टू 0.04 सेंटीमीटर. मेन स्केल डिवीजन की भी आपको वैल्यू पता है, तो हम लीस्ट काउंट कितना हो जाएगा, लीस्ट काउंट एज यू नो इज वन मेन स्केल डिवीजन माइनस वन वर्नियर स्केल डिवीजन. सो दैट इज इक्वल टू 0.05 माइनस 0.04 विच इज इक्वल टू 0.01 सेंटीमीटर. दिस इज द लीस्ट काउंट ऑफ द इंस्ट्रूमेंट. ये डिस्काउंट भी आ गया मेरा. अब हमारा आता है 24 डिवीजन ऑन द वर्नियर स्केल इज कोइंसाइडिंग विद द मेन स्केल डिवीजन. ये भी हो गया. अच्छा, अब हमको चाहिए और मेजरिंग द डायमीटर. डायमीटर इज इक्वल टू मेन स्केल रीडिंग प्लस वर्नियर स्केल रीडिंग इनटू द लीस्ट काउंट ऑफ द इंस्ट्रूमेंट. नाउ मेन स्केल रीडिंग क्या होगा, जीरो ऑफ द वर्नियर स्केल इज बिटवीन, इनके और इनके बीच में कहीं जीरो यहाँ पर आ रहा है, तो मेन स्केल रीडिंग क्या हो जाएगी 5.10. मेन स्केल रीडिंग विल बी इक्वल टू 5.10. 5.10 और 5.15 के बीच में है. ठीक है, ये लिखा हुआ है. जीरो ऑफ द VS वर्नियर स्केल इज बिटवीन 5.10 एंड 5. यहाँ पे जीरो बीच में. सो मेरा मेन स्केल रीडिंग हमारा ये हो गया, दैट इज इक्वल टू विच इज इक्वल टू 5.10. सो 5.10 इज द मेन स्केल रीडिंग. सो डायमीटर कितना हो जाएगा मेरा 5.10 प्लस वर्नियर स्केल रीडिंग कितनी है मेरी, दैट इज इक्वल टू 24. That is 24th division is coinciding with one of the main scale division. So VSR will be equal to 24. Least count मेरा आ गया which is equal to 0.01 सेकंड. ये आपको समझ गया. This is equal to 5.10 plus 0.2 which is equal to, अगर हम इसको ऐड करेंगे 0.24, ये हो जाएगा आपका 4, 2 यहाँ पर है, 3 हो गया, एंड दिस इज इक्वल टू 5.34 सेंटीमीटर. स्ट्रेट. डिवीजन 5.10 into 24. Sorry, I think it's 24 into I think I have made some mistake here, because what is this count? This count will be equal to 0.1 main scale division is equal to कितना, that is equal to 0.05, and this is how much? I think I have made some mistake here, maybe. Let's see in the calculation. This is equal to 2.45 divided by 50, which I made it to 4.9 divided by 100. So this is equal to 100 is जाएगा आपको 80 that is equal to 0. Sorry, oh, I think I have made one mistake in 0.49. Oh, that is the reason. So the least count will be equal to 0.49. Sorry, I have written it is only 0.04, and that is why the least count value was wrong. So here now it will be equal to 0. If you just that is equal to 0.01 centimeter. So we have made one mistake in calculating the value of one Vernier scale division. It was 4.9. Just what I did is that I multiplied the numerator and the denominator by 2, so it became 4.9 divided by 100. So that is equal to 0.049 centimeter. So now least count is equal to main scale division minus Vernier scale division. This is equal to 0.05 minus 0.049. So we made an error by omitting 9. So now it is equal to 0.001 centimeter. So here I will add 0.001. Now the answer becomes equal to 0.024. Okay. So the correct answer will now here be, this is equal to 5.100 plus 0.024. So this is equal to 421 centimeter. That is equal to 5.124 centimeters. So this is the correct answer. Okay. So this is how we calculate the diameter or any of the linear dimensions of any object with the help of a Vernier caliper. The most important here thing is that in this question, the most important thing is that we have to use this formula, that is the diameter is equal to main scale reading plus Vernier scale. This is the coinciding word. Basically you can write it here as coinciding Vernier scale reading into the least count. The main scale reading is 5.10. The one main scale division will be equal to 5.15 minus 5.10. Because these are the two graduations, so the 0 Vernier scale is between 5.10 and 5.15. So the one main scale division will be equal to 5.15 minus 5.10. So we have calculated one MSD also, main scale division. Then Vernier scale division is equal to, that is already given here, that is 50 divisions is equal to 2.45. Then we have calculated one VSD, LC is equal to 1 MSD minus 1 VSD. We have LC निकाल लिया, least count, and so we have calculated the diameter. The diameter is equal to 5.14 centimeters. So this is how we solve these questions on the Vernier caliper, and there are many more questions here also on the Vernier caliper in which the zero error is also involved. So those questions will be done in the next chapter and in the next class or in the next lecture. In the next lecture we will also try to solve a couple of questions on screw gauge also. So thank you very much, and if you have any questions related to my lectures, if you have any suggestions, or if you want any clarification on any concepts, you can directly call me on my mobile number also, or you can also email me at bachil.ashi@gmail.com. So this is my email address, and suggestions are always welcome. Any improvement in my lectures, I will highly appreciate if you can just suggest any improvement in the deliverance of my lecture. There might be many shortcomings, you can say, but the deliverance of these lectures. But anyway, by the passage of time, those will also be improved upon, and thank you very much, and I hope that you have understood what I have tried to explain here. and very soon I will be uploading the lecture number 4 on the same topic, that is accuracy and precision. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.